In this video, I will be talking about the developmental assessment. This is a very important topic in case of pediatrics final year MBBS examination. So it will be asked by keeping a real child with his or her parent, and you have to ask the parent the questions regarding the child's developmental age, and you have to find the developmental question. Which is found by developmental age divided by chronological age. Okay, so into 100. Okay, this is the developmental question. Now there will be developmental delay if the developmental question DQ, this is in short it is written DQ, if it is less than 70. Before going to that, we have to first know how to find the developmental age, right? How to find the developmental age. So there are 4 main domains of development in child. If you want, you can skip this part and directly jump to this developmental assessment, which I will be talking about later in this video. Okay, so there are 4 main domains of development. So the first domain is gross motor, right? So in gross motor, first we will see that milestones achieved and the age at which the milestone has been achieved. Age. So the first milestone achieved is neck holding. Neck holding is achieved at 2 to 3 months of age. Then comes the rollover, that is rolling over. It means that trunk control. It is achieved at 4 to 6 months of age. Then next comes sit with support or the tripod posture. Tripod posture. This tripod posture, the child sits with support, that is with the hand, both hands, and the child sits with the help, with the support of his or her hands. So it looks like a tripod, right? So the tripod posture is achieved at 6 months of age. Then comes with sit without support. This is with support. Then sit without support. Sit without support is achieved at 8 months of age. Then stands with support, without support. This I'm writing in short form. This is the short form of with. Okay, with. So standing with support is achieved at 10 months of age, and standing without support is achieved at 12 months of age. At 15 months of age, in India, the 15th August is the Independence Day, right? So it is a short form which you can remember, which is independent, right? So 15 months the child walks without support. Without support. So this is kind of independence for the child, right? So this is a most important point. Works without support, which is attained at 15 months of age. So this is the independence for the child. And the neck holding is also important. If the neck holding is not achieved, we can suspect of cerebral palsy or other neurological or developmental delays. Okay. Now, at 18 months, the child can run. Then climbs with 2 feet at a time. That is stairs. It is achieved at 2 years of age. Then climbs with 1 foot at a time, achieved at 3 years of age. Then downstairs, achieved at 4 years of age, right? So these are the important gross motor milestones which are achieved by the child according to the age. Okay, so in practical examination you will be given a child along with his or her parents, and you have to ask the question to the parent, there is the mother. So what questions? First of all, you have to build a rapport. With the child's mother. That is, hi, good morning. Myself, Dr. X. I am here to ask a few questions about your child. Is it okay for you? Then you have to start asking the mother about the milestone, that is whether your child can hold his or her neck, right? Whether your child can sit without support, whether your child can stand with support or without support, right? You have to ask this question to the child's mother. Then you have to ask that whether the child can walk without support, right? So these are things you can ask the mother, and according to that you have to assume the age of the child. So these are the we call developmental age, right? Okay, so these are what we call as the developmental age. Now going to a different milestone, different domain, right? So gross motor is over. Now we will start with the fine motor. Fine motor milestone, there are few important fine motor milestones we have to know. That is the palmar grasp reflex. It is present at 0 to 3 months. That is, when you put your finger in the child's palm, the child will grasp your finger, right? So this is present at 0 to 3 months. This is a kind of reflex which you can remember, right? Second thing is that bidextrous grab. That is, the child will reach out to an object with 2 hands. Bidextrous reach or grasp. This is achieved at 4 months of age. Then comes the unidextrous grab. That is, the child will reach out to object with 1 hand. Unidextrous dexterous, reach or grasp. It is as early as 6 months of age. Then comes the important, okay, another thing which you can add is a transfer of object. Unidextrous grasp plus transfer of objects from one hand to another. So this is important milestone which is achieved by the child at 6 months of age, right? Now comes the pincer grasp. These are the important milestone which you have to remember for exams, especially for practical exams, because you will be given means live. You have to find out the developmental age, and later you have to ask the chronological age, means what is the actual age of the child. You have to ask the mother at the end of your asking, means after you have find out your developmental age by asking these questions, means when the child started holding his or her neck, when means whether the child can sit without support, sit with support, whether it can walk independently. So these are all the questions you have to ask the mother, and then you have to means assess the developmental age. Then after assessing all the domains, you have to ask the mother about the actual age. Then you have to find out the developmental question, right? To assess the developmental, means whether there is any developmental delay or not. So okay, so pincer grasp is an important fine motor milestone. Pincer grasp, first is immature pincer grasp. Immature pincer grasp is that the child will grasp suppose a object with the thumb. My drawing is bad, so just adjust with it. With the thumb and the suppose the child will not use the tip of his or her index. This is the tip of index finger. This is the tip of index finger, right? So the child will not be using this tip of index finger to suppose grab an object. This is an object and this is a thumb, right? So the child won't be using the tip of index finger to hold a small object between the thumb. So this is immature one. Immature pincer grasp is achieved at 9 months, right? And the mature one is achieved at 12 months. What is the mature one? In mature one, the child will hold the object between the tip of the index finger and the thumb, right? This is the mature one, between the tip of the index finger and the tip of the thumb, right? So these are the important fine motor milestones. Another important milestones which are included in the fine motor is like scribbling, and drawing is also included, and stacking of cubes. Stacking of cubes is not that much significant, because you won't be asking the mother, means whether how many cubes your child can stack, right? These are just for theoretical purpose, because it's very rare to find children stacking cubes. I mean, they have to have cubes to stack, right? So these are theoretical purpose. Some child can have cubes, that's separate matter. Okay, so just for theoretical purpose, stacking of cubes, or it is also called as tower of cubes. So tower of cubes, suppose if the child can make 2 tower of cubes, 3 cubes, 6 cubes, and 9 cubes. Okay, so 2 cubes he or she can stack at 15 months of age. Then this is 18 months. Then 6 cube is at 2 years. And 9 cubes is at 3 years. Another practical thing is that dressing and undressing. This thing you can ask the child's mother. Okay. If the child undresses with help, then dresses with help, and then both dress and undress without help. Without help. This is without, okay. So this is at 2 years. Dresses with help is at 3 years. These years are not exact figures, okay. These are, there can be 1-2 months plus minus, right? Okay. Another important fine motor milestone is drawing. There is an important concept which is also in short, it is LOX STD, right? L stands for line, O is circle, X is cross, and STD I'm just writing again this here. S for square, T for triangle, D for diamond. So when the child can draw these things, right? So let's use this color blue. So you will start drawing at 2 years of age, and it will gradually increase year by year. This is 3 year. This line is 2 year, circle is 3 year, cross is 4 year. Square, for drawing square you will just need another 6 months, 4.5 years. This is 5 years. Diamond you will be drawing at 6 to 7 years, right? So the drawing part is complete. Now coming with the another domain. So we have completed 2 domain here. One is gross motor, another is fine motor. Another is gross motor and fine motor. Now we were talking about the language milestone. Language milestone is very important because you will be asking the child's mother at what age, means can your child say ma, ba, pa, mama, papa. Ma, pa is monosyllable, that is ma, pa. Means whether your child can say bisyllable, that is mama, papa, or whether your child can say 1 to 2 meaningful words, right? So these are the important. First the child will make cooing sound, right? Which is the sound that children usually make. Cooing sound is made at 3 months. Then monosyllable, that is ma, pa, monosyllables, that is ma, Okay, these will be made at monosyllables is 6 month. Then bisyllable, these are very important. These two are very important: monosyllable, bisyllable. That is mama, papa. Okay, these will be made at 9 months. So I'm highlighting this part, monosyllable and bisyllable part. Okay, then quick sound, monosyllable, bisyllable. Then comes the jargon speech. Jargon speech is meaningless words. Means he will be saying some words, he or she will be saying some words, right, which won't have any meaning. Meaningless, right? Jargon speech is at 15 months. Then at 18 months, few meaningful words will be said by the child at 18 months. 8 to 10 meaningful words. Okay. These two are very important: monosyllable and bisyllable. 18 months. Then at 2 years of age, he will be speak in sentences. Right? Speak in sentences. At 2 years of age. At 3 years, this is also important part. At 3 years, the child will be able to say name, age, and gender. Right? So these are the important language milestones. Then comes the social milestone. Social milestone at 2 months. This is the most important part. This is the most important part. You have to ask whether at what age, means whether if the child suppose is actually 1 month of age, right, but you don't know, that is, you didn't ask the chronological age. This is the actual age or chronological age. But while assessing development, you have to ask whether there is a social smile, means whether the child smiles or not. That is, so if the mother says yes, the child can smile, so there is the developmental age is 2 months, right? Because social smile is achieved at 2 months of age. But if the actual age of the child is, suppose for example, 5 months, right, and you ask the mother whether the child has developed social smile, means whether the child smiles looking at a people, looking at a person. If the mother says no, that is the developmental age is less than 2 months, right? But the actual age is more than 5 months. So you can clearly see that the DQ which we stated in the first part of the video, that is the developmental quotient, that is the developmental age by chronological age into 100. So if we calculate this thing, see that the developmental age is 2 months and the chronological age is 5 months. This is the actual age, and this is the age which you find out by asking the mother. So if we multiply this by 100, it comes to be 40, which is less than 70. So there is a delay in this milestone, right? So we'll be talking about this later. So this is the social smile is achieved at 2 months of age. Then mother regard. The child will the child will see mother, he will smile, he will be happy to see mother, to have mother around him or her. So this is the mother regard which is achieved at 3 months of age. Then stranger anxiety is very important. The child will be anxious being close to a stranger which he or she don't know. Okay, so this is stranger anxiety which is developed at the age of 6 months. At 9 months of age he will be saying waves bye bye. At 9 months, bye bye. Okay. Okay. Another points to object. Points to object. Points to object will be at 15 months. Then domestic mimicry. It is said that a child learns what he sees or she sees in the home or in the house, right? So there is domestic mimicry. He will learn, he will try to mimic the actions of his or her parents at the age of 18 months. This is important. Then non-interactive play. He will play with himself. He won't interact with other peers of his or age, right? This is a non-interactive play. Means he won't like to interact with other. He will play silently sitting in the corner of a bed or house, right? This is non-interactive play. Non-interactive play is around 2.5 to 3 years, and interactive play is around 4 years. Means he will play with other peers of his age.